Hey, this is Brad from Devourment.
What's up? This is Chris from Devourment. You're listening to the FANTASM podcast.
That's awesome. That's great.
You are listening to FANTASM, the podcast that sews horror movies and metal together, with your host Corey Gorchrist and Dr. Vincent West. Get your movie collection ready and follow along as they review the latest restoration of cult classic horror films and interview the sickest bands in metal.
Sell the metal! Sell the metal! Sell the metal! Sell the metal!
Broadcasting from an abandoned morgue in an undisclosed location and blood streaming everywhere, this is FANTASM. And now your despicable hosts.
TROMA.
Welcome to the FANTASM podcast. I am Corey Gorchrist. With me, Dr. Vincent West.
My man, what's up? What's up, everybody? How we doing?
And it's good to see you out. You know,
It is. It's good to see you out.
We got a Richard Haynes film here. This is fucking cool. We've never done a TROMA film on here, and this is a pretty damn good one.
We never did Toxic Avenger?
Never have.
That's a shame. I have all of them.
We haven't done any TROMA. I'd love to do some of these.
You know what's
this
weird,
is a great
though?
first film, though. And before we're getting right into it, Dr. Vault, what do we got?
I have not seen this since I rented this on VHS. We're watching Splatter University.
First, you were frightened by the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Then you were terrorized by Halloween. And now, prepare to be pulverized, traumatized, and hospitalized by Splatter U. More horrifying than you could possibly imagine. Unlike anything you've ever seen.
Hey guys, let's party!
Splatter University, where the school colors are blood red, and not only classes are cut.
Tom? If you think you're funny, you're not!
At Splatter U, everyone parties and has a ball. At Splatter U, it's not whether you pass or fail, but whether you live or die. Yes, at Splatter U, the only requirement is survival. Splatter U, it's the only education you'll ever need. Enroll now at a theater near you and earn a higher degree in terror. Splatter U.
And it's 1984. This was actually shot in 81.
It looks like a porno.
Yeah, and it clocked in around 65 minutes. 13 minutes of additional scenes with students were filmed the next year to increase the running time, which is at Mercy College where this was filmed. The print's pretty grimy in this, but I love it. I think this.
Well, now it looks better now.
Yeah, it goes on and off. I think, but this is Vinegar Syndrome.
Look at what they're working with.
Yeah,
I bet this
great.
thing was print damaged all the hell.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I'm sure it's reel to reel.
But it still looks really good. And we saw in the there's my brother. We saw there's different reels. There's like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we'd have to kind of fuck with that later or something. We have Devourment on the show. The doctor talked to Chris and Matt of Devourment. It's fucking awesome. Very excited. You got Obscene, Majesty. It came out August 16th on Relapse Records. Their first album in a long time. Definitely go pick it up. This album is the Doctor's album of the month. Became his album of the year, and it's probably mine too. I really fucking love this record, and it's just brutal, nasty. It's just what you would expect from Devourment, but on top of that, it's so fucking good. And
it's unapologetic, and
that's what it needs to be,
nasty, and it's.
You said they used 8-string on this record, correct?
Oh yeah, he's guitar. He used all kinds of stuff. Like you'll hear it in an interview. There's all. I don't want to misquote them or anything. They use lots of different cool shit. No Pro Tools, no doctoring of the tracks, and you can tell it on the production. It is raw,
and it sounds like it too. They got Cognitive Sedation, Butchery. Guys have probably heard A Virulent Strain of Retaliation and Narcissistic Paraphilia. Those are all on line right now. And of course, the whole album's out, so you can stream it, you can download it, you can buy it, and do whatever. Please buy it from them on tour. That helps bands the most. Buying merch for them in person. Probably my favorite track was Arterial Spray Patterns. Such just a nasty fucking thing. Then we got the Splatter University title on the screen. If you guys are following along, you guys are on the right track. That's where you're at. So, Sculpted in Tyranny, Dysmorphic, Autophagia. I mean, this album's just fucking disgusting all the way through, and classic Devourment stuff, and they don't disappoint at all. And I saw them back in Maryland. They were fucking nasty, and I think pretty sure Arterial Spray Patterns is a song they debuted for the first time live.
Nice.
There, before the album release. So, it's good stuff. We got Lloyd Kaufman here on the screen here. We fucking love him. And, we definitely need... This is the first TROMA film we delved into. And this was just a distributed TROMA film. It's not like it's not a Lloyd Kaufman or Michael Herz picture, like a lot of their other stuff. But, it's still distributed by TROMA, and it definitely is in vein of TROMA.
You tell it's a TROMA film, and I remember when they got this picture, Vinegar Syndrome, they were like, we're proud to partner with them to put this release out. And the Vinegar guys, of course, did all the dirty work getting this thing cleaned up and all that good stuff, and it looks great. I mean, I love any type of, first person stalker murder. That's my shit. What I don't do is roaches coming out of your eyes and turn into. I just can't do all that stuff. And I realize that's horror too, but body horror is not something. If you've listened to this podcast for the past 50 years that we've been on, this is my jam, and it's Gorecross jam too. And you're seeing her. You just missed her get jammed.
They're
not fucking around with this.
Right off the bat,
they're already getting.
She got the tit jam. Let's talk a little bit about Splatter University. It came out in '84, but it was actually filmed in '81. And then they did the filmmakers were originally told they have 2 weeks to shoot at Mercy College, and this was for the this is for the extra footage after the fact because they needed more time for the running time for this to work. But the school cut their time by a week, so many members of the crew wound up sleeping in the classrooms to ensure the film was finished. When students returned to school, they were alarmed to find crew members cleaning up fake blood. So that was actually a real thing. That's pretty goddamn funny.
Is this a Jersey thing or is New York thing or?
I'm not sure where the filming was. I would like to think so. With TROMA being it, probably,
did not say.
But like I said, it was distributed by TROMA, but I don't think it was, made by TROMA. So let's see.
I want Wheelchair Fucker to cut his hair like that dude in the striped shirt.
Have you showed this one to Wheelchair Fucker?
He owns it.
Good. This is a Wheelchair Fucker classic right here. This is like perfect. Already, this kind of has like for me the vein of like Night of the Demons or something. It just seems it's a very good TROMA campy. I like that kind. It's just.
Well, it's a straight up gore fest from what I remember as a kid.
Filming location: Bellevue Hospital, Manhattan, Sayville, Long Island. Thank you. Hello, Suffocation. New York City and Peekskill, New York, the drive-in theater.
This is the type of stuff that I assumed it was.
Mercy College is in Dobbs Ferry, New York. So shout out to Doug Dobbs Ferry in New York.
I was going to say Terrence Hobbs Ferry.
Yeah, Terrence Hobbs Ferry and 555 Broadway, Doug Dobbs Ferry, New York, USA. That's where Mercy College is. And Sayville, that's amazing. Just go Sayville all the fucking time. That's where all the big car dealerships are. Out in Sayville, New York.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. There is.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, so this is total TROMA right here, the New York stuff, and
I figured it was Jersey. Was the reason I was asking.
Yeah.
So
it's got parts in Long Island in here. It's awesome.
Another bizarre movie that was shot in Pittsburgh around this same time is that Effects movie I have.
Yeah, we need to do that one too. That's a good one.
It's too really bizarre to even do. We would fall asleep during it. It's very slow, and it's really strange, and plus it's a.
Oh yeah, it's a Savini,
and it's just weird.
And we got the good old father here. I've seen her in a bunch of stuff, and I can't think of what it is. She's in a couple movies I've seen. She's super hot.
You know who that looks like? I know it's probably not him, but you know who that looks like? He looks like the dude from fucking Reanimator.
It does. Yeah, this guy's fucking head
is it
cut
him?
off and stuff. I don't think so.
I don't think it is.
I'm trying to pull up
that chick. Just looks like a
Father Jansen. Let's see, it's Dick Beale. I think that is him, actually. It has to be. Hang on. It looks just like him. Hang on. No, it's not. I don't know who that is.
There's Titty Slice.
Yep. She's fucking gone down. Nope, that's... I don't know who it is.
Well, he looks like him.
He was in the movie Slime City Massacre. I think that was another TROMA. But Forbes Riley, who's Julia Parker, this chick we're trying to find out what she's been in. I don't recognize any of this stuff either, so...
Interesting.
I don't know. She looks so fucking familiar, though. It's a lot of things, like a lot of doppelgangers in these TROMA films, but not actually actors that are in crazy stuff. She's from Long Island, New York. She went to Oceanside High School. Birthday is April 25th, 1960. Same as my brother's. That's interesting. What is it? She was in Boy Meets World.
She was?
Forbes Riley, yeah.
She the mom?
I think so. That's where I know her from, has to be. I used to watch the fuck out of that show.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
When I was a little tyke in my sippy cup.
I'm trying to remember. Either way.
Doesn't show her on here as Boy Meets World, though. So I don't know. Interesting. She was in Beetleborgs on an episode. That's pretty tight. That's some more Gore Krista. No, she was in one episode of Boy Meets World. She was a TV reporter. Piss. Well, I don't know. She has a very familiar looking face, but she's actually not been in anything I know. So she's still doing stuff. I don't know. Either way, Splatter University. It's good stuff. We can bring up Truck Schuldner here. Chuck the Truck.
Oh God!
You could have seen the Foot Fist way. That is currently on Tubi. I don't know if it's still on Amazon or not.
Let's get this over with so I can go finish fucking your wife.
Yeah. If you guys have never seen it, it's the first Danny McBride film.
I'm glad you like it. It's so crazy.
I fucking laughed my dick off.
The funniest part of it, hold on, let me play you the funniest part. Not to me, this is what makes Wheelchair Fucker about piss his pants, though. Hold on. It's not what you're thinking. I've got to play you this part, though, because it seriously but makes him die every time we play this.
Let's do it, then we'll get to Chuck the Truck.
Hold on, here we go.
Got this old grandma on here. This is fucking weird.
And break. Face your partner. Gung days. Shake hands.
Basically, Dan McBride's a fucking kung fu instructor, like a karate instructor or whatever.
First thing he ever did,
Everyone just have a seat for a second. Have a seat.
His feature film was Adam McBride's out. Boy, it's good. You got these retro cars in there. Look at that fucking fro. All these fucking college goons. They're all about to get slashed up.
This is pretty good.
You're sucking. Pitch it off! Pete, what the hell are you doing? Get in the red stance. Julio, we lose to the fucking bone! You're in charge. You're in charge. Fucking in charge. You're champion. You're champion.
She looks fucking weird in
You're
this
a fucking phony. You gave him a hand job. I'm a winner. I feel my fucking power slipping. My power is slipping. You're fucking pathetic! You're pathetic! You're fucking I'm a fucking asshole. They don't know shit. Confidence. Strength. You can keep this together. Strength. Virtue. I can keep this. I can make this work. I can hold myself completely together. Fuck. Pull it the fuck together!
Jesus, fucking correction.
That part where he's just like, ah! He's fucking screaming at himself.
I'm trying to find that scene. I can't find. There's a scene of this. That, if you guys are wondering what the hell I'm doing, I'm trying to play you that scene. I think I just found it.
Minimums and fees seem to be the foundation of your typical
fucking ads.
You know what my favorite one is? He's like, you're a fucking jerk.
Oh, I know you. I know. I haven't forgotten. One second, I gotta find that.
But if you guys have seen Eastbound and Down, the guy that plays Clegg in Eastbound and Down, you know, Kenny Powers is like fucking drug buddy. He's Chuck the Truck, who's like basically Chuck Norris in the film, where he's this big action star. And it's fucking ridiculous. And it's funny as shit.
I always told people we'd never fight. I was so goddamn excited when you agreed to come to my testing. I know you're a warrior, so I'll give you the basic right of stretching before our battle. But besides that, I ain't gonna give you shit. Not mercy, not even forgiveness.
Let's hurry up and do back to fucking your wife.
What'd you just say?
I said, let's hurry up and do
Stupid. You ready to get run over by the truck?
What's amazing that you guys have never seen it? He's essentially Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
You're ready to get run over by the truck. It's like I gotta get back to fucking your wife.
It's like his
what an
actor.
asshole.
He tries to get him to come see the kids and motivate him and stuff, and then he ends up just being a fucking jack off and like fucking his wife, and he's a fucking dickhead. But it's awesome. This is the part where he's like, "You're a fucking jerk."
Julio, of course, is up to demo team.
Why can I not find that fucking clip?
But either way, Foot Fist Way, Danny McBride first film. It's an Adam McKay movie, and it's got Clegg in it also from Eastbound and Down. It's awesome. He's Chuck the Truck, and it's on that Tubi app that I know of. Usually, it's in and out of Hulu. You can find it on there sometimes, but it's fucking hysterical. More stuff on Splatter University.
Wait, here we go.
You got one?
This wine is delicious.
Hold on.
This wine is delicious.
I'm so hungry I can eat a grown man's ass right now. Dig in. Let's get to business.
Dig in.
If you like Danny McBride, you can't go wrong with it. It's
good.
It's a hidden treasure. Really, people don't know what the fuck it is, and it's actually really.
Well, it never
fun.
had a wide release. I don't think it's just.
It was an MTV thing.
Yeah, it was mostly streaming. Splatter University. Forbes Riley, the main chick here. If you're watching, Forbes Riley realized that there was no one checking continuity, so she made an effort to write down what wardrobes are being worn in which scenes to ensure the movie was consistent. So that's interesting. Said actress Elizabeth Catan was featured on the original poster art but did not appear in the film. So the actor who was hired to play Father Perkins didn't show up for the shoot, so director Richard W. Haynes had to play the role. So that father dude's actually the fucking director, which is crazy.
Him?
No, Richard Haynes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Which he's the actual Father Perkins guy. I guess that's him right there. That's fucking hilarious. He's done some fun films. He did Class of Nukem High too, which is amazing. Did not know that. Trying to see if that's him with that stash. Nope, he's the guy in the beginning, I think. No, that's him right there.
Really?
Yeah. Richard W. Haynes. He did Class of Nukem High, Splatter University. Those are his two big ones. It's amazing. Filmmakers were originally told they'd have 2 weeks to shoot at Mercy College. School cut their time by weeks. We already told you that one. Opening scene in the asylum was shot and then recently closed psychiatric ward at Bellevue Hospital in New York. Now, for those of you Ghostbuster fans, actually that's Parkview Hospital. Never mind. Bellevue, Parkview. The Hollowbrook Drive-In at Peekskill, New York, was featured in the film. Splatter University later wound up being screened there before the theater was demolished.
Amazing.
School scenes were shot at Mercy College. That's in Doug Dobbs Ferry during spring break. Forbes Riley brought her own wardrobe for the film, and the copyright at the end of the print originally stated copyright MCML XXX 123. However, an extra handwritten one was added to read MCML.
This director looks like a fucking pedophile.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at him. He looks like he likes to have little boys' mushrooms run across his stash. Look, though, for real.
That's like a...
He's like, do you want to rub your little mushroom across my stash, little Corey?
No, that's a little gooch tickler right there.
That's a mushroom feeler.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's a little penile.
And he's a priest, so it's kind of appropriate.
It's a penile stash. Pretty bad. She's just really hot. I don't know what it is. I dig it, though. She's like, I look like all these other chicks, Corey, but I'm really just Forbes Riley. Rorbs Riley. It's Forbes Riley for the joke. You know, we'll get into Chuck the truck here. I'm going to refer to him as because it's funny. He was a buns on the last episode, so that we recorded. So hopefully he's not drunk right here. Chuck the drunk. We'll try to get him back on here to do a little altering the future for you guys. We'll start with. Should we do 81 or 84? I guess we'll do 84. That's when it actually came out.
We only double up occasionally, like last time.
So I know we've done 84 a billion times, but actually did 84 pretty recently. But that's alright.
Altering the future!
Thank you, Chuck, for not being drunk. We appreciate that. I'm just going to get right into it. I know we've done this a bunch, but I don't give a fuck. I'll do this as many times as we have to because it's fun. Get right into it here. We got Starman. It's got Jeff Bridges, Karen Allen. From course, that was that Carpenter that Starman?
Yep.
Okay.
But it's a turd.
Yeah, it is a turd. But I like Karen Allen. Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai.
Great movie.
Muppets Take Manhattan.
Great movie.
We got The Karate Kid. It's overrated. Romancing the Stone.
Yeah, it is.
It's a fucking turd. I hate that movie, but I'll give it a mention because it's big. Romancing the Stone. 16 Candles.
I love you. It's like it's a turd.
Yeah. We got Top Secret, which had Val Kilmer. I fucking love
movie,
I love everything he does. He's a fucking badass.
Wait, that's the one you mentioned earlier that had Van Helsing in it.
Yeah, it was.
That's crazy.
Streets of Fire, Willem Dafoe.
Love it.
Diane Lane.
Love that movie.
Rick Moranis is in it. I mean, that film fucking rules.
It's a good movie.
It's
like a musical thing, but it's good.
And you got Footloose. Say what you will, but
no, it's fun.
It's got John Lithgow's awesome. Kevin Bacon's good. I mean, it's classic stuff.
You like dancing, so good.
Yeah, I love dancing too.
Corey was actually on Dancing with the Horror Stars. It was got very little play on Netflix, but it does exist.
It was me and Steve Dash, and we were dancing, and then he was like, "Fuck off," you know.
Just have to find it.
It's got Body Double. Melanie Griffith
Love that
in it.
movie.
Yeah, it's really that's an old Corey when he first discovered whack and he watched Body
It's a
Double.
good one.
Yep. Dreamscape. Max von Sydow.
We've done that, haven't we?
We haven't done Dreamscape yet.
Yeah, we have.
No, we haven't.
I'm pretty sure we did it.
Maybe we were going to, and we switched it.
That may be possible.
Never Ending Story.
Turd.
Yep. Last Starfighter.
Love it.
Which person recently interviewed him knows nothing about that film. Shout out to Nick Castle from The Real People in Phantasm. Repo Man.
Love it.
Gremlins. I won't put that into horror.
I love it, though.
It is good. My favorite one, Conan the Destroyer.
So good.
It is good. Star Trek: The Search for Spock.
Love it.
That's actually my favorite Star Trek movie, believe it or not.
That's weird.
It is. And that and Generations I love. This is a shout out to Brian Tatler from Diamond Head. We got Dune.
Love it.
They're fucking obsessed with that film.
Love that movie.
I think it's great. Beverly Hills Cop.
Love it.
Red Dawn.
Love it.
And the last film we did from 1984, Missing in Action.
Love it.
So I'll close that off with that, and then we'll just get right into the horror that you guys all know from this film. Actually, I'll throw in Police Academy too.
Love it.
Spinal Tap.
Love it.
I gotta throw that in there. Cannonball Run 2.
Love it.
I missed a bunch. Hard Bodies.
Love it.
Meatballs Part 2.
Love it.
whatever. I'll just there's a lot of stuff. Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Yeah, Amadeus, whatever it is. I'm uncultured sometimes.
No, you're fine.
Once Upon a Time in America. 1984. Let's see, The Ice Pirates.
Love it.
And
then, I love that movie.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, jump right into horror here. And we got Nightmare on Elm Street. We got the Doctor Special, Friday the 13th, the final chapter.
Love it.
Big Ted, we love you. Firestarter, Children of the Corn.
Love it.
Chud.
Love it.
Night of the Comet.
Love it.
I'll say Gremlins again. We'll throw them in there. Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Love it.
Razorback.
Love it.
The Initiation.
Love it.
Toxic Avenger.
Love it.
Monster Dog.
Love it.
Rats.
I like
it. Too Scared to Scream.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. Savage Streets.
Love it.
Frankenweenie. Throw that in there. Why not? And then my two favorite films. This is probably, I mean, obviously of all time for me. These are the top two, and they always will be, and they're both in the same year. Terminator and Ghostbusters. Thank you, and good night.
It's so good, yeah. It's good stuff.
That's the Gore Cry special, those films. That makes me who I am and who I've always been. Star Wars is in there somewhere, but it's went down quite a bit of pegs over the years.
No.
People being Ghostbusters and Terminator, like, those are my fucking shit. And now, for the music of 1984.
Oh, yeah, sorry. All right, man.
Which are we done? But there's some great ones in 1984. Really fucking good ones. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Okay, here we go. Love It First Sting from the Scorpions, Last in Line from Dio, Ride the Lightning from Metallica, Defenders of the Faith from Judas Priest, Power Slave from Iron Maiden, Out of the Cellar from Rat, March of the Saint from fucking Armored Saint, Stay Hungry from Twisted Sister, Fistful of Metal from Amtrak, 1984 from Van Halen.
That one's probably
Yngwie Malmsteen's Rising Force, Dawkins' Tooth and Nail, Morbid Tales from Celtic Frost, Hell to England from Manowar, The Warning from Queensryche. I love that album.
It's good.
Metal Church self-titled. Slide It In from Whitesnake.
Hell yeah.
Son of the Hammer from Manowar. I don't know, I like me some Manowar. I have to be in the mood to listen to it, but I like it. At War with Satan from Venom. Haunting the Chapel from Slar. Two Steps from the Move from Hanoi Rocks. I love that fucking album. It's amazing. Kiss Animalize. The Blitz from Crocus. Dancing on the Edge from Leo Ford.
You know what
Sign In Please from Autograph, which I fucking love because I saw them with Van Halen on that tour.
You know what Animalize is, right? That's Corey's on Fire.
Yeah, it's great.
I love it.
Crusader from Saxon. Walking on the Edge from Helix. Burning the Witches from Warlock. And then Rush, Grace Under Pressure. But the best two for me on this list, like nothing touches it, and it's just how it is. Number two, and this may surprise some people, but it's number two for me, is Don't Break the Oath from Merciful Fate. Number one is the self-titled Wasp album, because I think that thing is still
it's nasty.
The best thing they ever did. I fucking love that record.
Mine would probably be top two, and it's very hard. Last in Line's my favorite Dio record, but
see, I was never as big as I am into him.
And Sacred Heart. I like Sacred Heart a little more, honestly. Man. Well, I know what my number one is. That's Tooth and Nail by Dokken, for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's good.
I mean, that's my shit. I guess if I had to go second, it'd probably be Defenders. It'd be tied with that or March of the Saints. Those are both really awesome. But definitely number one for me would be Dokken. And I put Animalize at 3. That's good.
My number 3 would be Morbid Tales.
Yeah, fucking Celtic Frost.
But yeah, I mean, that's whatever.
I love Ride the Lightning too. I really do. Just putting it in a top list. I mean, after maybe when it came out, but
I've heard it too much.
All this time, yeah,
done it to death. Burned
out, and even kind of Defenders is a little burned out for me. But
I've heard. If I don't,
Dawkins never gets old to me.
If I don't hear Judas Priest stuff for a while, I'll be okay. Started too much.
Yeah. Well, I think Dawkins for me still.
I love them. Don't get me wrong, I love that band, but
people never
take a breather for a second.
Yeah, people never burn it out for me with Dawkins.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm one of the only people that.
Look at this shit. They're great.
Like Splatter University here. Trying to get old Forrest Riley.
I'm a little disappointed. It's kind of dragging.
Yeah, it was really fucking getting there at first, but he had just broken out of that asylum. Now he's about to get into the school and start.
Because we're right at 30 minutes on this motherfucker, so we ain't got much of it left.
We need some more fucking.
There's like 50 minutes left of this bitch, so
he's got to
better get rolling.
He's not even hit the university yet. He was breaking out of that asylum.
You hear me though? There's 50 minutes left of this motherfucker. There ain't much left.
I think he's going to start fucking castrating people here near, maybe in 20 more minutes, maybe.
You got to start hacking them up, man.
It's getting her story going, which I don't really give a shit about, but I appreciate we're doing a teacher film. There's a lot going on now. I won't get into it, but this is fitting for things. It's not bad. But still, here he is. He's in the school now. He's about to start. Here we go. That's he's remembering the titty shot chick, because that's who just got canned.
I like the way this was shot. It's interesting the way that you can tell this thing is probably shot so many different ways, and they just started throwing stuff together for it. But I like the way that it looks.
Yeah.
Now this Blu-ray, now I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, it looks like shit, but
I don't think they have much to work with.
I mean, it's right, and I don't have a problem with that. It is what it is.
It still looks better than probably the DVD, but not by much.
Yeah,
but it definitely looks a little better.
But
there's some of these films, they don't.
At least it exists,
Yeah.
I mean, but you can't pop in something, that's.
I'll bet if we watch this DVD, it would look like fucking hewed out and fucking old as fuck.
It's got a DVD with it.
Yeah.
Probably looks fucking about the same. But it's all good. I mean, I'm not knocking Vinegar Syndrome for that. You got, it exists. They made a copy of it. The one thing I do pray is that my Hell Comes to Frogtown doesn't look like this.
I don't think it did. I think they took better care of that, and they've had, I think.
Well, MGM originally owned that, so
yeah.
I think
they took better care of that print than this stuff. There's also TROMA. Even TROMA's new shit looks like this. It's just fucking. This is gritty and old school, but I like that. Where she's got all her little Bible shit going on here.
Did you see that last book she had? It was called The Miracle of Gore Christ. I thought that was interesting, kind of an interesting thing because it's New York. And
it's weird. The other one said The Last Temptation of Dr.
I thought those sheets were fucking. I literally thought those sheets said Budweiser on them.
He's getting their Budweiser sheets.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
About to flicker.
This is totally off subject.
It's a Luke Wilson doppelganger.
But let me tell you something. The last time I drank fucking any type of Budweiser, I got sicker than shit.
They're nasty. You want some Bud Heavy, boy? Some Bud Heavy. So you take a heavy.
Just made me fucking sick.
Some fucking Bud Mud.
I don't even mean that. It just literally made me sick.
I get the fucking Budweiser craps while I'm fucking drinking those.
I felt like somebody drilled into my skull. Like it just,
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Like
it's like while you're drinking
letting something out of the other end of it. It was awful.
A fucking lager headache. Ugh.
She's rocking that Pat Benatar cut.
Yeah.
That was big when I was
She's taking her best shot.
I love Pat Benatar, but
yeah, she's pretty cool. Hell of a guitar player.
Let's talk about it.
That's what it says on that little poster there. Let's talk about it. Europe. So it's mainly her teaching for a while. There's not enough killing yet. But I think they're just showing all these students so they can get killed. But it needs to kind of
kids. We are in the drag fest. It's a drag.
On baseball, we're pitching in the stretch here.
We're fucking...
Got 2 men on base.
We're in the fucking third inning. This motherfucker's dragging.
Trying to get the fuck out of here. We'll pick up the new Devourment. Came out August 16th. Relapse Records. Doesn't matter when it came out. It's out now. Go fucking pick it up. If you see them on tour, buy some fucking shirts. Buy their pimpin' ass fucking shorts they got. Pick up the new record. It's fucking bitchin'.
They got 2 shows in Texas. You guys can go see them if you live in that area.
Yeah, you got to, because, I mean, Devourment's fucking stomping the shit out of any show you see them at. They fucking rule, so check them out and support them. Guys, the best way to support a band these days, if you buy their shit off any streaming website, you're not giving them money, you're fucking them. It's good that you're listening to their album, but bands, you know, especially touring musicians, and, you know,
buy something from them.
Go to their show, buy a fucking t-shirt. That $20.
Buy a vinyl from them.
That $20 splits up and gets them a fucking gas station.
If you want to be the real retro, buy the CD.
You should buy the CD and buy some merch, because all that goes straight to them, and they get to fucking eat that night and have gas to get to the next show. So,
and maybe some pizza.
Yeah, maybe some pizza, maybe some gas station pizza. You know, it's always good to do that. And you know, I was talking to the guys in Creeping Death too, and they're like a lot younger too, and they were just getting gas station food when I was talking to them. Like, that's kind of what we do. We just live off of little gas station things. And I was like, you know, when Doctor and I and Wheelchair Fucker go out to shows, I usually get those fucking combos and shit. And they were laughing their asses off. They were like, that's what we got. We got fucking combos. I was like, dude, that's fucking fed me on the road doing these interviews and stuff. Just have a fucking bag of goddamn combos.
I don't remember who we were going to see. It was in... I don't remember where it was. Either way, we stopped at this gas station, and I remember I got some kind of jalapeno ranch.
Yeah,
and we were but we were laughing because I was like going, "Thanks for doing this interview."
Yeah.
Smell my fucking
jalapeno ranch,
my fucking rotten mouth.
It's like, hey, thanks for doing it.
Smell my buttermilk death. It's like,
it's like fucking pretzel death.
I tell you, it's. But you know, it's.
Yeah,
sometimes it's easier too, because you know
it's like me eating this teriyaki beef jerky.
But here's what I don't understand. This may have been the same trip. We're on our way back. We stop at this all-night Arby's, and
we call it the Charbies.
But this is what I don't understand. Both of you.
Charbies. Oh, this is the one, yeah. I think that might have been the same
Both
trip.
of you get this nasty-ass giant mint shake.
We did. It was in March. That must have been Creator.
It's like now at Arby's, try our new Crest shake. It's like...
Try a new Aqua Fresh
shake. I'm just like, oh. Like, I don't like the taste
of it. We both were like 5-years-olds, too. We're like, I can get my shake, and Yen's got
it's like, try our new peppermint patty shake from Crest. It's like... That's fun. And then both of them, I am not even making this up, both of them are like fucking, Corey's was like first to drop, and then the rest of it I heard later from Wheelchair Fucker when he just cammed.
We did. We were having
you let off that fucking
shit.
No, you took a Crest crap.
Yeah. It's fresh. Yeah.
God,
got those pearly white.
I mean, because when I think of stuff like that, you have to realize how appealing this is for me. It'd be the same thing. It's like,
hang on, real quick. That dude's hat. Oh, he's getting a fucking road head. His hat says, "Take this job and shove it."
That's great.
Look, take this job and shove it. Trucker hat.
That's pretty good.
Sorry, everyone's driving up to this toll booth getting fucking road head.
But it would be as appealing. It's like, yeah, give me that large Crest shake, and let me get that Arby's roast beef marinated in Listerine.
Yeah, Listerine.
It's just like, I
mean, you just, you know.
I mean, I guess that's not appealing to me.
That's a recipe for disaster, your bowels, too, if you're going to get a milkshake and a fucking roast beef sandwich. So I did that, and it was like,
sure.
And then when I got home, there's the drive-in.
Get a beef and cheddar cool. Get a side of Crest.
And then when I got home, it's like, all right, guys, see you later. And then I went to the bathroom, and it was like, It was pretty bad.
And then I couldn't believe Wheelchair Fucker follows you right up behind you. He's like, yeah, give me the large Aquafresh.
At least my asshole was cleaned out because I freaking brushed it with a toothbrush. Pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, I usually don't get milkshakes. I guess I kind of just was like, whatever, I'll fucking do it.
That guy actually looks terrifying for some reason to me.
He's got a really big face. And his eyebrows are like, go to the extent of his whole fucking
He's
face.
like, here, fill my package.
He's like totally being rapey right now. He's like, come on, I thought we were fucking going out or something. She's like, no, I don't want to.
Let's get some audio.
With Pat Benatar here. What's the matter?
I went to see the doctor.
Sick of something or what? I actually never heard him before, and then that's exactly what he sounded like. Oh wow, it goes right to the tit shot. Cut it out! Yeah, she's about to get cut out. Here comes fucking...
Finally, fucking 3 hours later, we get some stalker action.
And here's the drive-in kill. Hell yeah. Yeah, about like 38 minutes.
Here, hold on, I got a brown stain in these hands.
Yeah. And I got my fucking...
Then put my zipper back on. I fucking got this brown stain in these hands. Tonight on Brown Stain in These Hands. Yeah. That's the sequel of this movie. Vinegar Syndrome's going to put a fucking 4-disc version of it out.
Yeah.
Fucking pervert, I'm gonna kick your ass in.
Fucking pervert.
He goes, I'm going to kick your assy.
Yeah, I'm going to kick your asser.
Brown stain in these hands.
It's fucking weird.
Vinegar Syndrome proudly presents Brown Stain in These Hands.
Yeah. It's Skidmark at the drive-in. He had a nasty...
She's got a brown stain in her hands with a blood blip. She had
a nasty blowout in her thong. It was brown stain in the hands.
She's like, can y'all get some more of that mint, that Crest popcorn for us?
That Crest butter.
God.
Yeah,
hopefully we've got some murdering going on here finally.
Yeah, for Devourment's sake, we need some murders in this scene right here. Guys, if you want to just have an alternate commentary track, you can just listen to the new Devourment album, Obscene Majesty, over top of this while you're watching it. And it probably syncs up pretty well. But we're going to go ahead and skip it all for you. We're going to give you the exact point where he starts killing people. So about 40 minutes in, start listening to the new Devourment record. There it goes. Yeah! Beautiful throat slit. That was nice. Holy shit. That was worth waiting for. There was a lot of, It's a movie, what do you expect? I already stuck your ween.
She's like, I just felt that turtle head come out of your butt when I was fingering you.
It's like, well, you know, it's a brown stain in the head.
Son of a bitch, do you want to tell my brown stain?
I'm going to kick your assy.
Why don't you smell my brown stain? Brown stain in that Hanes.
It's like, what do you want from me? I shit my pants. Oh,
she's fucking dead. I guess I'm going to fuck that slit in her throat.
Yeah.
Fucking pregnant. Pull that baby out.
He doesn't even notice it.
What, are you mad at me or something?
What, I got a brown stain in these hands?
What's the matter with you? You got a brown stain in your hands?
We're going to at least wait till he freaks out.
Mm-hmm.
Your fucking moves.
What a fucking pecker.
Wow.
Oh, wow, he didn't. It just cuts to him, like, sitting in the backseat while she's dead up front. He's got a brown stain in the head.
He does.
That's pretty raunch butt. Literally.
There's Roseanne. No, she was in this movie.
Yeah. Oh, finally, there's some fucking boobs going on, too. Thanks. It's only been 41 minutes in a TROMA movie. There's no tits till now. You gotta be shitting me. It'll get there, though. It's trying. Just gotta do something to move around and get him out of there. Now it's just like, wow, have you heard about Rob? He got a brown stain in his hands.
Indeed.
It's like, oh yeah, he always has a brown stain in his hands. What about you? What about your hands? Well, I'm not wearing any hands. But I got a brown.
And for this, I'll cue up something for Vinegar Syndrome.
You know what I do though? I have a brown.
Hold on, this is for Vinegar Syndrome.
I have a brown streak in my sheets.
Hold on, this is for Vinegar Syndrome for this film.
It's another ad.
Hold on, yeah.
It's a. You've seen brown stain in the Hanes, and now get
this is
for
we're about 50 minutes of this, guys.
Now get ready for a brown streak in the sheets.
Don't waste my motherfucking time!
So, you know.
I think you got all Grandma Hedge Clipper here. And, well, look at that shit.
I apologize, kids. I think I may have picked a dud.
No, we got some good killing. It just takes a little time. I think these are one of those films in the last 30 minutes he's going to hack up like.
No. What's funny about it is the director, the one that has the Tickle Me Mushroom stash, was trying to make some kind of artistic statement when in reality it just needs to be people dying.
Yeah. It's Splatter University.
I don't need it. Splatter. It's like going to see a Godzilla film. I don't want to see fucking human interaction about anything.
Look, they got Yanni
unless they're dying.
They got fucking Jerry Garcia back there.
Yeah, what's up with that, dude?
I don't want to see her.
I would like to wear those red sunglasses next time we go to a convention.
Yeah, we should. I don't know what all this is.
Actually, what I need are the heart ones like Shawn Michaels used to wear.
Yeah, he's trying to make the Breakfast Club, and it just needs to be Splatter University, you know. Really, he wanted... Oh, it's Father Wheelchair. It's cool. It's Wheelchair Fucker's dad. It's Father Wheelchair Fucker. Father Fucker. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny.
But he's actually confined to a wheelchair. You know, Wheelchair Fucker's not in a wheelchair. He fucks people in wheelchairs.
Women.
Common misconception.
I don't think he fucks dudes. I hope not anyway.
If he does, it's just to demasculate him because he's Wheelchair Fucker. So
right.
He does.
He gives him this Connecticut schlong.
He does what he needs to do.
It's
Danish.
His Denmark Kong.
His cheese Danish.
Right. His uncircumcised Danish
Connecticut.
His uncircumcised Danish schlong.
Quit being an assy. You're such an asser.
Wow, this is... I mean, I don't know. Like, even watching this muted, it's like, what are you all talking about?
Look, now they're in the middle of a baseball field.
I feel like I'm up at, like, the middle of the night waiting for a tit scene so I can whack it and go to bed.
Yeah, but... No, it's like, why are they in a baseball field with a crippled pastor and, like, some teacher?
There's 24 minutes of this film left, too. That's it. Like, there's nothing left of this.
What is the artistic part of this movie right here where it's like, I got this vision, okay?
She's like, I think there's this guy, he's going to hack us up. He's just like, see you, bitch.
After I just went and thought of this scene
where different priest now,
where they're in a baseball field, and it's like the preacher, he's confined to a wheelchair, so sad. And then we got our protagonist, and she's just like, oh, God.
A lot of freckles.
She's got this ginger mullet. We don't see that too much, but I guess in TROMA, I mean, it's first for everything. Oh, there you go. He just got a cooter shot. Did the old Sharon Stone. Of course, we as the viewers didn't get to see any of the cooter, but this... I don't think we've seen any of that. Oh, here we go. This guy's just being a... This is more TROMA right here, the perverted priest thing, and...
Why don't you come to my office around 8 o'clock tonight? We'll discuss it further.
Will it make me feel better?
Seems so random, too. Like, what did that have to do with anything? Oh, look, there's the movie Trash. It says it right on it, on the can there.
Like, I get it, but it's like, let's get to it, you know, like...
That's not even the killer, that's that fucking... Horatio. He's like, I want to talk to you about the streak in the sheets.
Heard about what happened. You want to smell my leather jacket while I fuck you? Here.
I'll put
smell
it on
this
your
fucking
head.
leather jacket while I fuck you.
It actually smells like a cigar because I blew it in it earlier. Because I'm Horatio.
Not tonight. How about this weekend? You don't have to take your mind up.
This is the funny story. When years ago, so everybody was laughing at me because they had passed around this porno tape that I'd everybody had just borrowed.
Yeah.
And they're like, Scott, you watch the most fucked up stuff, and I was like, what do you mean? This was like middle school, you know? And the porno was called Sin. And what was amazing was the only part everybody could remember from that movie. I remember Matt being like, "Go ahead, come on my leather." And it wasn't even. But the reason that I liked the movie though was because it was fucking weird, but there's a lot of fucking butt action in it.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rent whatever back then, so I don't care about this story.
But
I remember him just thinking it was, but they all thought it was funny, but yet they've all whacked it to it too. Yeah. It's just like I'm glad you all had your communion whack to it.
Yeah, the pass around. It's like
Well, it was amazing one night I was leaving. He's just like, yeah, he was going to go fuck his wife. Where I was just like, why don't you come on her leather? It's ongoing.
Yeah.
What made me think of that was that creepy ass motherfucker.
Yeah, it's just like smell my leather.
That and this looks like a porno.
It's a porno without even side boob. There's been like nothing or killing in it. It looks very snuff, but so far it's been bust.
Do you have something against Mark? Not that I know.
We have a new segment at the end of these films, so snuff or bust, and this one's definitely on the bust side so far.
It may pick up. It picks up.
I think in the last like 20 minutes, there's a lot of people that haven't died at all that need to. So.
He stated that the killer is obviously a psychopath and cannot be reasoned with. She was gorgeous.
That'd be a good sample.
She was gorgeous.
That'd be a good sample to that. He's a psychopath that could be reasoned with.
It's a movie that can't be reasoned with. Oh, look at that. That dude looks like my fucking goddamn ball hair when I don't fucking shave it. He just looks like my fucking... my fucking pubic region. That's what his fucking whole...
That guy with that afro looks like the singer of Boston. He's like, he goes, excuse me, man. Right, excuse me, more than a
yeah. More than a haircut. He needs more than a haircut. That's just fucking awful.
Here you go.
Don't ask. I'll take everything on the way.
Come on, let me in before he fucking kills me. Even though it's been raining and we're not telling you what's going on.
Yeah, the way this movie's cut is very strange. It just kind of loops around and I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
I don't think the director knew what the hell he was doing. The only thing he knew about doing was rubbing little boys on his mustache. With his shroom cleaner. He's like, ooh.
He's like, I like the uncircumcised ones. I can just get right into the fucking under shroom.
He's like, put that schmeg all over my fucking stash. He's got schmeg stash.
Pepper my stash with your schmeg. It's got like this slasher porn music, but nothing's happening. It's like, something's gonna happen, but actually,
any horny handicapped ladies out there interested in tasting some of wheelchair fucker smegma?
Wheelchair fucker smegma.
We've got jars of it we're going to be selling.
Yeah, coming soon to Phantasm.
He just cleans out his fucking penis grease and sells it to you.
It's like motor oil.
No, it's his Crisco fucking thick.
Oh, it's fucking cum butter. Some smeg.
God almighty.
Get some Phantasm smeg.
So gross.
Presented by Phantasm.
Yeah, well, thanks anyway, okay?
Thanks anyway, okay?
Hey, do you want me to take your picture?
No.
Hey, you want to see my dick? It's got some schmeg. Some fresh schmeg.
There's
a lot of creepers on here, but none of them are killing anybody. It's just pissing me off, kind of. Hey, I'm obsessing over you. I've never met you. Can I take your picture before I fucking stab you in the balls? What's
the deal with that?
And then the other ones. Oh, there's another one.
Oh, it's that chick.
Yeah.
She's like, come on.
Come on, I'm trying to go get some smeg. Oh, so there he is. There's some leather butt. There he goes.
Come in.
Father, I just really want you to put this leather jacket over your face.
What is the deal with just the reoccurring priest stuff in this? I don't get it. Did he feel guilty for making this film or something? I don't get it.
had nothing written down, but
it's a weird theme because he's just fucking in the film.
We're gonna go back to mute. I cannot deal with this anymore.
It's like, yeah, there's just underlying.
Every time I'm
story.
sorry I left it unmuted for so long, kids, but I tell you, it's like it's just dragging. It's like, wow, can we get to the fucking killing, please?
Yeah, it's already 52 minutes. You know,
there ain't much left.
Right now. I don't see any tits. You know, and Devourment. You know, we apologize, but I think if we just play Obscene Majesty over this film,
actually, I think
make it better. You know?
I think it's cool. I mean, I think this is the end of it's going to have some payoffs in it because I remember it having a cool ending, but I don't
know, this whole thing, it's like I don't care about any of these characters, they just need to fucking go to hell already. We got this little fucking Nova here. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Maybe he's going to get killed right now.
He needs to. It's like the boyfriend too, he needs to go ahead and fuck off. Madman Slasher hits again. Where did he hit again? Because he's only killed 2 people. It's like he needs to hit like 7 more times for this film to get good. There we go. She's just gonna take off. She's like, "Fuck you, bitch! You're taking way too long." She's like in here reading on her piano, and that chick takes off. Here comes fucking Mr. Leather.
Is she in his house?
Leather Schmegma, yeah. That's why her friend took off. He was in her fucking... I like how he just leaves his fucking door unlocked. She leaves all the shit everywhere.
What an idiot.
You know what? All she had to do... Dude has a crush on her, so all he had to do is... She had to just fucking lay there with their clothes off.
So he's the killer then?
Probably, but I don't know. He's like the suspected dude that, you know... I can't find my keys. Good thing she left it open. Oh, wait. What? It's like, your door's open, Chief. Well, whatever. Makes no sense. She should have just laid in there with her shirt off, and then he would have been like, oh, didn't see you come in. Why were you looking at my papers? Doesn't matter.
She left all that shit out, too.
Yeah, just everywhere. He's like, what? Somebody's reading about my smegma fetish. It becomes... Just don't think that's funny. Oh, look, wow, nice job, folks. Yeah, just right in front of
He has somebody who's impartial about it before we jump to conclusions like this.
Yeah, like who?
Father Perkins?
I don't even trust him with the lights on.
This movie should just be called Father Perkins because it's all it shows.
We should ask who? Father Perkins! He's the highlight of this film.
I used to love going to Perkins to get food in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the real Perkins. Yeah.
All right, if you think it's the right thing to do.
Listen, you better get back to the school before Mark comes looking for you.
Don't say that. I guess I'll give a call later, okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. 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 We need to have some people go bye-bye, but it's not happening.
Not yet, anyway.
Killer's fucking touching his fucking meat, but he's not doing anything. Now he's looking in dude's car. There's some weed. That's a premise to get fucking smoked, so what's going on? And there's that ugly-ass ginger chick. Their fucking mullet. It's awful.
It's pretty bad, yeah. I'll be right
it's like,
back.
Mr. Goldcrest, I'm leaving you for ranch. Thanks, mullet. Thanks, mullet.
Thanks, mullet.
Then we got her fucking trying to get in her room here. That dude has a serious fucking skunk stash. I don't even know what the fuck that is on his face. It's like kind of like a Hitler. Oh, look, there's another kill. Amazing. Is that her best friend from earlier? She just got filleted. Well, it's a found body, so I don't even really count it as a kill. You know, it's more like a Friday the 13th kind of thing. And of course, they think it's that dude because he kind of saw the best friend get into her car whenever he found out that his apartment was broken into, which it wasn't really broken into because the door was fucking open. So, and then he re-unlocked it, even though it wasn't locked. I don't know. There's a lot of continuity issues. But it's just a fucking, TROMA film shot in 81. These aren't supposed to be award-winning movies, but the director sure as hell tried to make this into like a dramatic movie. And look, here comes Father Hot Wheels. He's fucking wheeling his way up here. I still don't know the twist to this, but I'm going to go ahead and probably guess that the killer is actually Father Perkins because he's in a wheelchair, and then he gets out of the wheelchair, and that. Otherwise, why the fuck would they show him so damn much? I'm going to put money on that he's the killer here. Because, of course, he's in a wheelchair and he's a preacher. Nobody would ever suspect that in a movie like this where it's got way too much character development and dialogue between Father Perkins and the main character for him not to be the killer. Because you assume it's the guy that's trying to get her to go out and she won't. And then they break into his apartment and just find the knife and then, like, some fucking articles about the killer. But does that really justify evidence that he's the killer just because he has a few a few newspaper articles about it and then a knife where he probably, picked it up from somewhere? I mean, I don't know. That's kind of not really thought out, but again, it's a TROMA distributed film. This isn't. It's a Splatter University, folks. This is not supposed to be this crazy film, but it is a cult horror film, and it's a lot of fun to pick apart, and I think that kind of makes it worth it. It was either this or Slaughter High. I felt like we should have done Slaughter High. It would have been a little more familiar and fun, because this is a movie that Dr. West hasn't seen in a long time, and this is a movie I actually haven't seen before, so it's just a very strange movie that they've gone through this much just dialogue, and then they got these random, like, college kids walking around having dialogue and, like, drinking and smoking, but they're not fucking doing anything. They're just drinking and smoking on and off, and it's supposed to be some kind of a character development thing, but I don't know what the fuck.
Still no killing?
Right when you left, they showed the body of a chick that died, and that was the best friend, I guess. So she got hacked up. But
wait, the one that was driving her around?
Yeah, she was in the locker. So
we may have another.
Oh, here we go. We got some panty dropping and pee-pee time here. So, oh look, there's the killer right there. What do you bet me though that the now that you're back in here, I elaborated that, and I haven't seen this before. The killer is the pastor in the fucking wheelchair.
That would be interesting.
I bet it is. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Oh, she's just fucking... There you go. That's a sin for you.
It'd be funny if he put his Kong through the fucking thing and made her suck it.
Yeah.
It's the fucking...
There we go. Oh.
Glory Hole University.
Right in the stomach. There's some nice blood. Yeah, face blood. Got
that was a good
mouth. Kill. Very quick and effective. Right back on the toilet. Yep.
We're running out of time. Like I said, we're
back on the shitter. I want that old woman to die too. She needs to get thrown off that fucking balcony. It's like, I don't like those pants either. She's got like the fat puss pants. I don't know what that is. Looks kind of strange. You see it? It's so tight it gives her a fat puss, fat front puss. Yeah, that grandma needs to be thrown off the fucking balcony. Put her in a wheelchair. Face first, right on that curb. She's annoying. Well, I'm just gonna water my pot plants. I need to fucking drop dead. Pack up your shit so you can die. I'm tired of looking at your face. The reel just fucked up. Yeah, that cripple needs to fucking hurry up and start stabbing some more people. Wow, she almost tripped down.
This movie's just chaotic. Like, I literally went in the other room and come back, and like
she went from that guy's apartment. Now she's like moving out to who knows where.
You have a back seat, bitch.
Oh look, it just cut to her grabbing another thing that doesn't fit. This turned into like an infomercial really fast. It's like, have no trunk space and you have big luggage. Well, now there's a nice cubby you can put on top of your car. Just don't go on the interstate. It'll fly off. Here's this fucking ginger. Oh, God. The fuck? She's got her panties on the outside. And a baseball shirt. Sorry, jersey. I don't know why I said baseball shirt. Like, I don't watch baseball. She's got on a baseball shirt. She's got some, like... I don't even know what the fuck those are. It's just... leggings with fucking... God,
I want them to make a cell phone that looks like an old phone. I'd totally have that.
Like the red phone, yeah.
Look, hello.
You're like, hello, I'm gonna nuke this movie. Thanks. She's fucking gross, but I just want to see somebody nude in this movie, so I think it's a horror film.
Right.
It's not a John Hughes movie. So she needs to just fucking...
Let's actually do a
hike off those leggings, too.
Oh, there's no time bar on it.
Yeah, because I don't want you to know how much you're wasting.
This one's been pretty rough, that's for sure.
Her and that mullet. What the fuck is that?
What's strange is I remember loving this as a kid.
Oh, here it is. Oh, right in the top of the mouth. But it cut away and we didn't get to see anything. And the only fucking slutty chick in the whole film just died, and she was fully clothed. Ugh. She needs to go ahead and drop it, because they think fucking Horatio here is the killer, but it's not. It's all father handicap. He can't fucking... Oh, there he is. Oh, yes, I just got done fucking stabbing that fucking mullet chick. She was wearing pants that didn't make any fucking sense, so... Also, she's not a little boy, so I'll stab all these girls to death. Because notice all the girls are dying. That fight, even that dude, even Skidmark fucking didn't die, apparently. So we haven't seen him show back up.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird, too. Like
they just kind of cut it out, and then I don't know if he's dead or alive, or... He just sat in a car with a corpse and was like, man, you got a real fucking problem. So do I, because I shit my britches. And he's got that little church dinner bell. Altar boy, now I want you to bring me my steak. Oh, there he goes. Oh, look, is that what he's doing? He's dumping evidence. About to find out if I'm right. I look it up. I've never seen this movie. He's dumping something in there. Oh, that's the first tits we saw, folks. And that was a magazine, so it doesn't count. It wasn't live titties.
He's guilty for jacking off? I don't know. I don't understand that.
I'm surprised he can feel it down there. Must be his lower legs, so he has no feeling. He's just getting a little... It's alright if he can whack off. What else is he supposed to do? He's in a fucking wheelchair.
Right.
And he's a dude, so we can't call wheelchair fucker and have him come over. He's got no chance, you know. Oh my god. I don't even know what's going on. It's that Horatio dude. His name's not Horatio, it's just what I call him. He's like, what are we doing in my apartment? Oh! Got kneed in the fucking nuts. Now we got some action. We got some stockage. I really don't think he's the killer, though, so he's like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Oh, look, and she left... There's another continuity thing. There was that luggage she couldn't fit was like a brown leather thing, and that was like... I don't even know what the fuck that was. Oh, yeah, see, he's starting to seem weird. He's like, I jack off and I rub the body of Christ. He's turning into a real scumbag, this guy, so I think I'm right, folks. I don't know yet. It's all pointing in the right direction, because look, he's going to run to that preacher right here. Father Cripple, he's stalking me. And then he's going to just be like, I just got done masturbating to pictures of you. Yeah, here it goes. Here, on pause. This is actually exciting now. I like how her shirt's unbuttoned. It needs to be fully off.
And if you don't believe me, will you find out for yourself soon enough?
What's troubling you, my dear?
Yeah.
I think I know who did it. Killed Cynthia and Kathy. It was Mark.
Mark again.
Oh, no. Yeah, he has it figured out, I think. But he just got whacked in the back of the head.
Jansen there. This is Mark Hammond. I need to talk to him. This is an emergency.
He's at the school. With Julie?
No, that's okay. I'll talk to him myself.
Miss Parker, I'm glad you came to see me tonight. I can see that you let your imagination run away with you, and I think I can help you.
And you don't believe me?
I think the gore Christ is right. How obvious.
I asked you to come and see me many times, but you had problems. And have you done so?
Now I'm going to show you the glory of God, and I'm going to stand up and rip your tits off.
You really can't see what a terrible mistake you made, can you? The same unfortunate mistake Cynthia made the other day.
Mistake? You tried to kill me.
I know the torment you're going through. I suffered the same damnation before my accident.
Before your accident?
Yes. I know the temptations of the flesh and the women that arouse them. But I was punished for my sin by the loss of my limbs. It wasn't until after I repented that I regained my strength and the what God had chosen for me to do.
Yep, there he goes. The gore Christ is right. Thank you, good night.
He's like, let me show you Obscene Majesty.
Yeah.
Stand to hell like the others.
She likes hitting people in the nads.
He got hit in the nads. He's like, that's nice.
She hit you. He's like wiggling it.
Wiggling it out.
Mark, I'm sorry. Don't worry. I'm still going to make you smell this leather coat while I fuck you.
Yeah. Look at him. He's like,
tonight on horny priest nuts.
Yeah. Like how he was like skipping because he was like, wow, it's like I don't have legs again.
She kicked me in the parts I'm not supposed to touch that I love to touch.
Except that 80s boobage video, magazine.
Don't worry, when the director finds you, your little friend will make his child rub his mushroom on us. I want him to do the mushroom dance in my mouth.
I want him to do the sesame stash. Can you tell me how to get to a sesame stash?
God.
How to get to a sesame stash. You know, we got 2 bag shots, and you see a bag stabbing. I was in the trailer, somebody got bag stabbed. I want to see that. Not many people left, though, because they already found out who the killer was, so... Actually, I did, about 45 minutes ago. Oh, there's the fucking crapper kill.
I love that stuff he was saying. He goes, I mean, it's hardcore because it was way before Hellraiser. He's like, people are tempted by the flesh.
Yeah.
I mean, all awesome. Crazy stuff he was saying.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Some guts. That's pretty good. I'm in the boiler room. Smell my leather. Entered it. Needs to be dun.
Here's all this movie needs is Chuck Norris shows up and roundhouses his ass out the fucking out the window.
It's like violence is the answer. I like that his crucifix was a knife though. That's pretty badass.
Actually, what that priest needs is the fucking cane hunter stuff and flush from fucking
Part 8.
Yep.
He needs. He's like, no, that's impossible. And he's the toxic waste barrel.
I mean, it is a TROMA movie.
Yeah. It'd be perfect for it. I'm hobbling along. I just got this. That's actually the same shot added, and they said that. That was the exact same scene from earlier. To add more time into this film. That's fucking terrible.
What, him running?
Yeah, that was... And then they went back to the hobble.
Here, feel my nuts.
I just got these fucking knees back.
Feel my nuts, you bitch. Feel these nuts. Smell my leather.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's dead.
Yeah, got a backstab. Hell yeah.
very grace of God.
That's awesome. I remember he runs like fucking goddamn Luigi.
Well, because he got fucking kicked in the nads.
Yeah.
He's back in that chair.
Look, give me the police.
He's gonna be like, Julie,
you never got to smell my leather. She got straight up fucking backslash. Nice dead face. She had like her tongue hanging out. That's pretty good. Make sure you look extra dead. I'll be right back. My client's here.
Somebody scream. Someone's trying to break in.
Oh, he's gonna pin it on Horatio here.
Yes, yeah. I'll be here. Bye.
He's licking the blood off.
What are you doing here? Did you break in?
Nice. Hey, forgot to clean off your Christ there. Well, how's it cut from there? The fuck?
Interesting case, Doctor. Who is he?
Calls himself Father Chance. Priest. Real name's Daniel Graham. Escaped from Bellevue several years ago.
This has actually turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Been impersonating a priest for the last 2 years at St. Phineas.
For 2 years, huh? That's really something.
Huh.
I don't know how we got away with it. Don't they check references at these schools?
No, they will now.
My soul by allowing me.
That's the ends when I fucking keep him away from fat girls. No, even better. No, hold on. That ends when I don't let him use his phone.
Yeah.
He's just like, I need to get on Facebook.
I have damned myself. Father.
It turned out to be pretty entertaining, honestly.
I know it was used as a, as like the ending of it or whatever. Which, hang on, we gotta get old John and Don in here before we continue. If they're going to, I think this time they're gonna be drunk chucks because they're
probably not
taking their time here. They're fucking drunking up the future. Thank you, Don and John, Tardy Brothers. Appreciate it. Yeah, final thoughts. It dragged on quite a bit, but I think this film was meant to have like the payoff at the end.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, but I wish now that happened, I wish we would have seen more of just that actual preacher just killing people, like as the preacher,
Yeah, it would have been more fucked up. Him saying like biblical shit to him.
Yeah,
don't kick my nutsack.
Yeah, you have damned my nutsack to eternal damnation. But yeah, I thought the cross thing was pretty badass. Honestly, like the little cross knife. That was interesting, and the fact that he wasn't a cripple. I mean, if they took all that away in like the Breakfast Club, fucking John Hughes' direction through most of this movie, and he looks like a pedophile priest. And you never saw him again, or the other priest, and then they were probably both killed or something because he took over their job. So there's a lot of things that just weren't really addressed in it, even though they tried to make a story out of it, which I think is kind of disappointing. But overall, I think it paid off for the ending because it is pretty cool, like the character.
It's cool as shit. It's a good movie.
And,
I ended up really liking it, honestly, there at the end.
I think the ending is pretty cool.
But yeah, it's good stuff. I want to thank the guys again from Devourment from doing the interview with me. And
yeah, it's awesome. Thank you guys for all doing it.
It's a cool interview, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll try to get that up and out there.
Yeah, and Obscure Majesty is out on Relapse Records, streaming, physical, everything. Go pick it up. Go see those guys at a show. They're after those Texas shows, they're pretty much wrapped up. So, just be on the lookout.
They're looking to set some stuff up for next year, I think. So
you'll
hear it in the interview. It's pretty cool.
Right. So just be on the lookout for Devourment coming around, and definitely support death metal and pick up some shit from them and buy some merch and check out the record, spread it around. It's fucking raunchy as fuck, and it's probably the best death metal album that's came out in a while, and really enjoy it. And hope you guys enjoy it and enjoy Doctor's interview with them. And thanks for sticking around. Thanks for following this film. It was a little hard to do, but we went through it, and it was actually paid off pretty well. So we had a lot of fun with it.
Yep.
But thank you guys for listening and supporting Phantasm as well. Keep supporting death metal and horror, and stay fucking gory.
Dr. Vincent West for the Phantasm Podcast. I have one of my favorite bands, Devourment, here today, and we have Brad and Chris, and I thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
Yeah.
And Obscene Majesty came out August 16th. It's one of the best albums came out this year. It's a fucking amazing follow-up. I love it. I thought Conceived in Sewage was fucking awesome. I can't believe Obscene Majesty is what it is. And I was going to do track by track with you guys today of your new album.
That's sweet.
Awesome. Let me get that pulled up here. Yeah, let's see here. All right, and we'll go with track 1. And I'm going to probably say some of these names wrong because I'm from the South and not incredibly educated,
you're
so
not
I'm going to do virulent. I'm trying to saying that right. Strain of Retaliation.
I think virulent is kind of what the Queen would say.
Yeah. Virulent, whatever. It all works.
Virulent?
Yeah, we heard some creative versions of how to say it.
A viral strain?
Yeah, there you go. Make it easy.
Fucking whatever, man. Some word.
We're not judgmental.
And just you tell me about that track, you guys.
So that is, that's actually kind of the oldest track on there. I wrote that mostly the way it's ended up finished in like 2008. It was originally intended to be part of the Unleash the Carnivore album, but it was like too late to put in with those tracks. So I was kind of sat on it for a long time, and by the time Conceived in Sewage came around, I wasn't really kind of active in the songwriting then, so it's another album, and then now, coming up on being a guitar player, it was time to shut it down everyone's throat again. Brought out the old demo, and it was liked, and then we got in the room and started playing it. Ideas were redoing some more parts again and extending things out. And then at the end there, I changed the first riff just because the original first riff was more of a kind of a noise thing, and it was decided that even though you can't really tell what the fuck's being played on the album anyway, just decided to do something a little bit more grindcore than straight noise, and then the song was done, and Ruben came in and wrote lyrics to it.
It's a great way to open the record. It's fucking nasty. I love it. It was the first song that I heard off of it, so I loved it. And then track 2, Cognitive Sedation Butchery.
Yeah. So we had a ghostwriter you want to take this one, Brad?
Yeah, we had somebody we worked with for a bit, for a couple months. He brought in, I think this was like probably the first song, or one of the main songs that he brought in most of the riffs, or a good part of the riffs, but he never actually played any of the songs that he brought in fully himself, so he's kind of brought in like these, makeshift parts and riffs and arrangements, and we kind of took them, and me and Chris worked them out in the jam room and just kind of reconstructed everything. This was probably closest to what was originally intended, it was a lot of tweaking and a lot of rewriting and a lot of additions on Chris's part, riff-wise, and obviously with the drum arrangements and song arrangements. So, yeah, it was a collaborative effort, but definitely at the end of the day, this was the one we felt strongly about, and one that, like, me and Chris worked a really long time on, kind of just taking these pieces that had been brought in and really making, a fully fleshed out song from.
Yeah, we got a drum machine demo of this track that I only listened to maybe once or twice, and then we pretty much just kind of wrote the song fresh based off of that. It was provided by someone who, like, didn't when we were getting together in a room with them to be like, hey, it's this song, let's play it. Like, oh, how did that go? I'm like, I don't know, you wrote it. So, it's kind of but beyond that, I think it's a banger. There's not a whole lot of, like, tremolo picking, like the kind of death metal, fast right hand, not palm muted picking on a single note. And this song has that right up front, which is cool. And there's just kind of a roller coaster of slam riffs beyond that. Heavy as shit.
Yeah, right. It's so heavy, and I think we worked on it for so long that it became like this, really intricate. There's a lot of pieces and a lot of parts that we rearranged, added to, and whatnot. So that kind of came out, this really almost like epic, long, busy kind of song. But we felt strongly about how we constructed the arrangement at the end of the day, and we're really happy with it. That's why we thought it should be good candidate for single, and a good way to open the song right after Virulent, open the album.
And one thing I have to add about Cognitive Sedation Butchery as well is that it has the most brutal inhale in the history of death metal.
That's Ruben, right?
It's Ruben, yeah. No, Ruben doesn't do, like, the inhaled vocals, which is, like, kind of a style. It sounds like you're squealing, right? But there's a part right before the last breakdown where it kicks in, where you can hear Ruben, like, take a breath. It's fucking awesome, though. It sounds like it was meant to be like that, like almost like a China.
Not the accident.
Yeah,
totally.
That's a great song.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's an Easter egg for anyone out there that's listening to Cognitive. Try to find the massive inhale from Ruben.
That's awesome. And then track... and then track 3, Narcissistic Paraphilia.
Yeah. I think that's just about, like, being open, getting off on everything. That's I guess just to go back to, like, the whole, songwriting process and angle. That was the first one that Brad and I wrote together in the room.
Yeah.
Like me coming in with a couple of riffs and then, playing together, and then another riff would make sense after that. Kind of create a series of dots that were able to connect pretty well. That was the first one we started with, and the first one we completed as a team since we reformed in 2014. And I think we had most of it, and then we kind of stopped. Yeah, we kind of had a hiatus for a while with personal stuff, and then when we got back, came back and maybe added a little bit more to it. But I also changed the tuning of it too. This was originally written in B, if you're going to get technical, and then we added another string to what we were doing. So I changed a lot of the riffs from the B tuning to being in the Z flat tuning.
Right.
So we're in now.
Cool.
Yeah, I forgot. Is this one drop or is this one standard?
It's drop.
It's drop, so it's E, Z, E,
drop Z.
Flat. Drop Z.
Drop Z, Z top.
Stop, drop Z, Z top.
And then
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
track 4, arterial spray patterns.
This one's not a drop. No, this one's standard 8-string tuning, half step down. It's only Y sharp.
Why?
Arterial spray patterns. This is actually the third song that Brad and I wrote together. And it took a while for it to come together. But it's also got some kind of different riffs for us. Like there's one in there that's just a straight up, tremolo. Again, something that Devourment really hasn't done much of, and it's cool to put it in there. And it's cool. It's like so noisy, and the production's so thick that it doesn't even sound like that's what we're doing. It's very tell.
Yeah, the low tuning and everything else contributes to making like standard sounding tremolo riffs kind of come off completely different than they would in a normal setting.
And I have a few vocal lines in this one too, which is something I'm proud of.
This the blood one?
The what?
The one where you're saying blood? What is it?
No, there's several verse lines that I've got too.
Oh, okay. During the one.
It's straight out more through than I think he came in. No, that's the backup part. There's nothing in this room is forbidden. We all shut down in ecstasy. Yeah, there's
that's where you're.
There's a couple lines, like full lines.
Ancillary vocal, not backup.
Right. Well, you can't tell because they're so damn good. You can't distinguish each from who.
Exactly. Well, yeah.
It's one of my favorite tracks. I really like it. Track 5, Profane Contagion.
This one's a riff fest. This one's kind of got all over the place. And it would be the second one that Brad and I wrote together. That's completing the cycle of Chris Brad working title song.
The tentative titles of these songs were not very creative at all.
Yeah. Well, Jenny's vibe is good.
That too.
Hang in there. Hang in there is a good one.
Hang in there is great. Yeah, would you like this album if there was a song on it called Hang In There?
Yeah, I don't. It sounds like a Journey song.
Exactly.
It's a bloody picture. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So,
about the contrast, brother.
Profane Contagion, also known as Hang In There.
No, that was actually...
No, that was a different song, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't want to identify them too specifically. We don't want to ruin the experience for everybody.
Well, you can figure it out if you read the lyrics.
Yeah.
But, Profane Contagion, I guess, again, I'll just come in as a guitar player here. It's got some more, different types of riffs. I think as this album goes on, there's, little extra guitar stuff. It's not too crazy, but, it's kind of just pushing the envelope a little bit of what Devourment has done before. Because we're mostly power chords or, just palm muted, crunchy chords and so forth. And we're, jumping around and kind of off-time riffs and weird stuff. It's got a whammy pedal on it, which is new as well. some artificial dive bombing going on.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to open up the, explore the envelope and kind of use whatever kind of new techniques or styles or different things we wanted to bring in. And the only mandate was like we can use whatever we want within the confines of brutal death metal as long as whatever the end product is fits the Devourment idea of just extreme brutality. Like I don't care if you're playing chugs or slams or tremolo riffs. If it sounds heavy, if it sounds brutal, sounds cool, then we're going to use it.
Oh, you've outdone yourselves with this. This, like I said, I don't think I've ever heard anything in a long time that I mean, it doesn't have a better. The title doesn't fit it. Probably even do it enough justice. It's a masterpiece. It's nasty. I love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's really good. Track 6, Dysmorphic Autophagia.
So this is one of the other demos brought to us by Kevin that we kind of just like, at least me, I listened to him like once or twice, and then we got into the room, and I think Brad kind of had an understanding of what the demo was. And I had a vague understanding, and pretty much just like rewrote and or kind of took the idea and then kind of ran with it. And we changed this one up a lot too in the studio as well, because Braxton actually had a lot of ideas on this one for how to change up some of the drum parts and kind of make it flow a little bit different, like some of the ways the blast beats come out, like Braxton's idea while we were tracking.
Absolutely. He was definitely a fifth member in the studio as far as even constructing the songs and not just twiddling the knobs.
I guess also Relapse thought that this would make a good single, and then we didn't. So one of those cases where we didn't. Yeah,
the label. Yeah, they just had a different take on it. But I mean, at the end of the day, we all agreed what
the
came
business
out.
People,
the money men.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's still good. We still are happy with it.
Yeah, it's great. Track 7, Sculpted in Tyranny.
It's a long motherfucker, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. So this one, I guess to get back to my lame ass theme of talking about how the songs are written, this is a bunch of my riffs that I put on like a drive, like a group, and Kevin arranged them into a demo. He kind of like arranged songs for my riffs, and then we took them and ran with them, and then changed them up a bunch and added a bunch of shit. This is another one that, like, the chart for it looked all over the place when we wrote out, what riff was going where. And it's just got like a bunch of weird different types of riffs. It's got like like the one like super heavy breakdown that comes in, the joke almost, like I thought that riff was like it could be heavy, but at the same time it's kind of ludicrous how simple it was. But definitely in the context of the song, it works really well. And then there's more like traditional death metal tremolo picking in here. There's a fucking Black Sabbath riff with a fade out. There's tons of cool shit in here.
Some odd time stuff.
Yeah, some two guitars on each side doing different stuff.
Oh yeah, trade off stuff.
Yeah, me trading off with myself. Yeah.
And what about
masturbate with 2 hands?
What about the song title? Anything meaning behind that?
Yeah, that actually changed kind of at the last minute. That was something that we kind of had to ask them if it was too late to do, because it was originally Brazen Bull, or was that the second to last?
Yeah. I think that was it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's about like that old medieval like torture device, I think, where they put you in like an iron bowl. Oh, okay, Roman. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put you in the
cook people.
Yeah, they cook you basically.
We're into cooking people.
But it's shaped like a bull because Romans are fucking weird.
Yeah, it was like some kind of crazy torture life that Ruben discovered and told us about, and it was like, all right, that's pretty cool. It sounds like half, kind of one of these fake Greek myths or Roman myths or whatever, but apparently it was a real thing. One of the pharaohs, one of the Caesars or whatever, constructed this big metal bull statue that they would stick people inside and like light a fire under it, and they would just like roast alive inside this thing. It was kind of wacky.
And it was originally, what was it what were you guys going to call it originally?
Brazen Bull.
Okay.
Which when I first saw it, I thought it was like a reference to The Rock, the Brahma Bull.
and he's so brazen.
Yeah, exactly.
He's so strident. Yeah.
I was like, damn, Ruben, cool. You're going to write something about The Rock? Hell yeah. Do it. But then to Sculpted in Tyranny, which is a little bit bigger sounding, a little less subject to comedic interpretation.
Yeah, exactly.
Just Smackdown Hotel, you could have just done that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the title of the next album.
Down at the end of Lombard Street.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The end of Jabroni Street at the Smackdown.
Yeah. That's great.
Perfect.
All right. Track 8, Xenoglossia. I tried to say that right. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that either. That's a word that Ruben just dragged in from somewhere. Who knows where he found it? Ruben's smart. He
spent a lot of time on these song lyrics and title. Sure.
But actually, this is the one.
Song, right?
What? Yeah, it's the shortest one.
The shortest one. Yeah.
Yeah, and it actually did have additional parts added after. Like this is actually the one that was most true to the brought us. This is the first one that he recorded, and Brad learned it pretty much exactly as it was done, and it was a real straightforward process. We didn't really modify much. I mean, I changed some of the ways the guitars are played, but for the most part, it's like unchanged from what Kevin did. So
that's what fleshed out the drum beats and stuff. But arrangement wise, that's why it's short and to the point. And it was like he said, just like the first one he brought us, and it was just kind of like, all right, let's just do this one. We like it.
It also it has like the slam riff in this one was like the same riff as the one in Cognitive Sedation Butchery. So we had to like sit there and figure out how to change one of them so they weren't the same riff. So that was another little Easter egg if you want to ruin one of the songs for yourself. That's in short. Another, a fun piece of trivia is that Vinegar is shorter than the ending riff of Sculpted in Tyranny.
Oh wow!
For that last, the fade out, the fade out riff. Yeah, and start. Yeah, it goes longer than the entirety of Sculpted. Yeah.
And then track 9, Modem Sumorte.
Oh yeah. This one was one that I wrote kind of, I guess, later in the process. I've been kicking around that main kind of slow riff for a while, and thought it could sound real chunky and like Devourment, but kind of weirdly simple and like maybe a little like more of like a, I don't know how to put it, but more of like a mainstream style of metal or something. I mean, it ended up not sounding like that because of the way we play it, but this also was one where I wrote the lyrics and then Ruben came in and spruced them all up, so I was able to claim a little writing credit here.
So the whole concept is yours.
It's about killing yourself.
But the play on the flipping the tables kind of thing.
I think you're talking about the next one, right? The flipping. The first on this one was that it was all like positive affirmations about how you should like persist in what you're trying to do. But that you might want to hang
hang in there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Don't stop hanging in there. That was a great journey once.
Yeah. The whole song's about that cat poster hanging there.
Yeah.
And then track 10, Truculent Antipathy. I know I said that
I'm
right.
sure we're done.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the one we're currently getting shit for on social media.
Yeah, it's the most controversial song we've ever made.
Lyrically. Yeah.
Yeah. Musically, this is actually like two of my old songs. Like, this is also back from like the 2008 or 9 kind of era, where I was by myself. And it never made it to those albums. And there were two songs that I was trying to get on this one, and I think Brad was just kind of like lukewarm on them. So I figured out a way to take out some of the fat and just like shove two of them together.
Yeah.
That's what this ended up being. It's got some cool, like, it's got a chord in it that I don't think we ever used in Devourment before. So we're really branching out. Yeah. A minor.
Yeah, no band is A minor.
Yeah, I got a pop punk, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and this was another one where I kind of developed the concept for it, and then Ruben rewrote it. But yeah, it's, lyrically it's about kind of a dude who's trying to be like the cliche Devourment protagonist and go out and rape someone, and he ends up kills his ass. And we did we just someone from Kerrang recently contacted us because he had, I guess, been aware of the subject of this song and then some other bands that were doing similar things. And he put together an article about like misogyny and death metal and how some bands are kind of addressing that, going the other way on it. And that got published, and a lot of people are upset. They think they're trying to take their guns away. They think they're trying to take...
No, you keep
trying to take the right.
Yeah.
Trying to
tell me what to do.
Yeah. We're taking away the free speech by writing a song.
So on social media, you guys became the anti-Ted Nugent.
Is that why we still like anti-Ted Nugent?
No, I don't. Yeah. I don't know. I've always been anti-Ted Nugent. I don't even like his guitar playing. So that's all another.
Who's the Wango Tango?
Oh, come on. That's terrible. Can't Scratch Fever is a joke of a song.
Stranglehold's fucking great, though.
Stranglehold's okay, but only like a solo at the end, I think.
But just the whole thing. The whole 7 minutes.
We're giving Ted Nugent way too much airtime.
Yeah, we are.
Huge.
I'm trying to wrap my head around that. Are we the anti-Ted Nugent? Like, is that true?
How do you mean? Like that he's like the right wing?
Well, that you didn't, that you're not, pro-Trump, pro-Republican, pro-gun,
We keep our politics out of our music.
Oh, I was just asking if you were getting attacked for going up against those top people on social media. With that song, is that what that article portrayed it as, or something, or?
That's a tough one. I mean, it's obviously all in the context of the current environment of Me Too and
sure
woke culture and all this other stuff. Yeah, so it's definitely in that conversation. So it's going to get shit on and
sure
love for that same reason, but. And also, I think most of the bands in that article, Us, Die Hard is Murder, Vulvodynia, a couple other bands, Men in Prison, are just saying, that's just not where we're at right now, so we'd like to sing about other things, frankly, that aren't about that. Because it's kind of, you get pigeonholed and it's kind of pointless, and 20 years ago it was shocking and cool and edgy, but now it's kind of just lazy and played out, and you're like, and no one that I know of is like going, because I'm scared people are going to call us out and it's PC, No, it's just an organic thing. Yeah, some bands evolve, some don't, whatever. That's musically, I think we've changed. Artistically, lyrically, I think we've changed. So why not address it if it's pertinent?
Right.
So we did. We just gave our truth about it. No, we're not succumbing to any kind of outside pressure. We're always going to do what we're going to do, and everyone should do what they want to do. But that's just not what we want to do anymore. And so that's it.
I think it's fucking cool, man. You guys do your own thing.
Yeah, I mean, once you get past, the online trolls, which is going to happen.
You know what, though?
The Clintons did it.
Here's the funny thing about you can't make those people happy. Those are the same people, because I play like sports video games. They're the same people that leave a sports video game when you're beating them. It's just like, whatever.
Exactly. Online gaming, all that stuff. I mean, they're always going to be there, and you just got to either go, I give a shit, or I don't give a shit, and we don't give a shit. So we're going to do what we're going to do.
Fuck yeah.
And people are going to respond to it. And, that's the only way anyone, I think, has ever been successful at anything, music or whatever. And that's what we do with the Devourment as a musical idea. Is if we were trying to please anyone other than ourselves, Devourment would never have existed.
Sure.
To begin with. So that's going to carry over into our lyrical approach as well.
And let me ask you guys, do you guys mind doing a history of the band for me, for our listeners that don't know where Devourment came from?
You want to read 5 pages of Wikipedia?
Yeah. No, from you guys.
Yeah, no, it's confusing as shit, and it's something we get asked about, and people still are, confused about it, which you totally understand. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Just good, because it gives us a good opportunity to make fun of people,
Yes.
Hey, tell your singer Mike that I love him. And we're like, dude, we don't have a singer Mike.
We haven't had a singer Mike since 2013.
Yeah.
But appreciate the support.
Yeah, so the band started in 1995 with, actually this is a bad thing right here.
No, you should tell my story, please.
Oh. Well, I don't have the Wikipedia article in front of me.
There you go. No, yeah, everyone knows Neverside. We were fucking huge, right? So.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Yeah, Brad.
Yeah,
Brad started the band.
I did start the band. I came up with the name.
Baby.
And I came up with the idea of just creating, the most extreme, heavy, death, brutal, slam, whatever band that I could. Because all my favorite bands at the time were new at the time, like Dying Fetus, Internal Bleeding, Suffocation, mid-90s, whatever,
sure.
Early mid-90s. And it was the most extreme stuff, Cannibal Corpse at the time, pushing boundaries. And I always, loved pieces of all those bands, but I never loved a whole album or a whole band per se. So
sure.
I was I want to make my own version of that, where it's all the parts that I love, minus all the what I felt were filler or bullshit parts, or just space filler, basically. Mostly skank beats, but so
I love skank beats.
Yeah, I love skank beats, but I love when Slayer plays them and stuff, but not when we play.
Yeah.
And so yeah, there was never an idea of slam or whatever. That wasn't an idea. It just I always gravitated towards the groove and heavier parts and whatever. So that's what happened there. And then I met Brain and Wayne, and we just were like-minded. Once we got in a room together, we were like, yeah, this idea of us playing this kind of music is something interesting and different. It obviously built on all that stuff, but it wasn't that stuff. So we thought we were unique enough, different enough, and we were doing it well enough that we could do something with this. And then we start playing out, and people start responding to it, and half of you surprised. You never know how anything's going to get taken, especially back then. Extreme metal was literally underground back then. Now and nothing's underground because of social media and the internet. There,
sure.
But yeah, so that was it. We did it. We did the album, did demos, and just kind of built up from there. And then once we put out Molesting, I said sayonara because we were just kind of at each other's throats by that point. And just the typical personal baloney. So I quit, and then I guess the band kind of tried to restart a few times in the early 2000s until Mike really got a hold of the reins, and what was 2003, 2004 or something like that. and then he took over and kind of just remade the band the way he wanted with him as a singer, and got the other guys. And that's where Chris and Eric and Ruben came back in on guitar, and that's where Chris can take it over probably.
Yeah, so when did Baby Killer happen? Actually.
That's kind of an interesting thing, honestly. Okay, so we'd broken up like, 99 or 2000, something like that. And what happened was, I can't remember if it was Hound or somebody, I think it was Dusky, came with the idea for us to put out a compilation record of MTD and the demos. And Hound or somebody had the idea, let's do one song together as this new, with all the reformed members except for Brain, because we all hated Brain. So, yeah, that's why I quit, and that's why I presume everyone else quit, because we couldn't get along with Brain after a while. So we did. We got back in a room, and we're going, all right, let's do a song. What do you got? And then Mike kind of came up with this really basic idea for a song that we fleshed out in the studio. And we obviously, from day one, I think he already had the idea to call it Baby Killer, because that was the one thing we all kind of ribbed Brain about when we were in the original Devourment, because we had the lyrical kind of idea of like, okay, we want to be as extreme and, you know, sing about all this gross stuff, but he had the rule that we could do anything we wanted lyrically except for talking about killing babies. Literally what he said. So we just laughed our asses off, but he was dead serious, because he was like a 19, 20-year-old kid, but he had a kid. So I understood what he was saying. So I got where he was coming from, but he was still kind of silly to us. So when we came back, we were like, it was kind of a big FU to Brain, calling it Baby Killer. Yeah, which is petty and stupid to begin with, but whatever. And then, yeah, we just wrote that song and slapped it and recorded the one song that we got together for that one thing, and that was it. We put it on a compilation called 138, came out, and it was like, everyone lost their mind over it. And I was like, are you kidding? Really? It was like the most basic, simple thing we ever did. And it was almost kind of half-assed as a joke.
Right.
And now it's like our signature song, unfortunately. But yeah, that's what happened. And so that was a one-off, and I just quit. I didn't quit. We were just like, all right, that was, thanks, bye guys, we're done. And then yeah, that's where the Baby Killer kind of just came out of the ether and disappeared. And then Mike, like I said, Mike took over and said, all right, I'm going to reform this band properly.
Yeah, so then like 2000, well, Ruben did a reformation and played the first Maryland Death Fest. I think that was 2003 or something. And then that fizzled out. They did another stupid song called Kill That Fucking Bitch. And then it fell apart again, and then Wayne, Mike, and Ruben, I think, were collaborating about restarting. I think they approached Brad, and he still wasn't interested at that time. And then they actually approached me about doing drums, because I was a fast drummer around that time. And I was going to join the band on drums, and then my current band, for some reason, had a problem with it at the last minute. Didn't make any sense to me. I thought that would help promote the smaller band, but they're like, no, we don't want to be affiliated with brutal death metal or something, whatever they're thinking. So I was young, and I didn't want to make like enemies out of people who were friends, so I just withdrew from the situation. And then they got Eric Park to play drums, and they wrote Bush of the Week. They recorded it, self-produced it, released it. It was pretty good. Did well for them for a self-released album. And then it came the time for them to play some shows, so they approached me again about playing bass, and I just wanted to be in the band, so I came in for the first time on bass. And then they proceeded to not like the Bush of the Week they did, so we went and re-recorded it, and then did a bunch of kick-ass shows. Did Unleash the Carnivore. Show's getting pretty big. Relapse approached us in like 2008. They're like, "Hey, we're Relapse. We're looking at you guys." And we're like, "Fuck yeah, let's go and Relapse." And then we signed with them. It took us a while to write Conceived in Sewage. I actually kind of left the band, came back a couple of times in that time period, but luckily they were inactive enough to where it didn't look like I had formally quit or anything. And then we did Conceived in Sewage in Florida. That was cool. It was a nice like summer vacation kind of field trip thing. going to Tampa to make an album.
I have a question for you about that, real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Eric told me I had a shirt on when I was interviewing him, a Hate Eternal shirt, and he said a member of your band or former member of your band, I'm not sure which of you did it, made the shirt I was wearing.
Would probably be Mike, because he's an artist, graphic designer.
Okay.
But I'm not familiar with him doing any Hate Eternal artwork.
I don't know.
But yeah, if I had to guess, I mean, I think he's the only one who like designed shirts.
Oh, okay. I was just curious because I wasn't sure what he was talking
Brain
about.
make a Hate Eternal shirt, or
Brain does love making shirts. But, I don't think so.
Yeah. Did he make like the Kings of Slam Hate Eternal edition or something?
Exactly. He put a King of Slam on every record, no matter who.
Did you like working with Eric?
Yeah, he was awesome. It was extra cool too. You know, 'cause I'm a fan of his work. You know, I like Hate Eternal a lot. Definitely, you know, geeked out at like the Ripping Corpse and his affiliation with Morbid Angel and all that too. It's really cool. Like one time we were in the studio, he picked up a guitar and started playing a Ripping Corpse riff, and that was badass. He also had the guitar that was on the back cover of Domination, like
a
picture of him playing that Explorer. He had it on the wall, so I just went over one time and fondled it just because it was there.
That's awesome.
took a photo with my hand around the neck. He was cool. He lent me his bicycle too. So one time I got to ride around Tampa on his bike. I had like fireworks, so I was shooting off and shit. It was a good time. And went real smoothly. It was kind of funny. Like Eric just got on Ruben's ass a lot and made him like retract stuff, and it was almost like a drill sergeant kind of thing. With him kind of like telling Ruben to go back and do it better a lot.
Would you like that on any of the other instruments, or just the guitar?
I didn't see the drum tracking, and they didn't give a shit with bass. Like actually, I didn't record with him. I recorded with I think because Brian was his like co-producer or something. His engineer. Like I went to the B studio for the bass. I was surprised. I was kind of like, "Are you sure? Like, do I need to do another take?" Like, no, it's good. It's bass.
That's fine. No one's gonna hear it.
Yeah. You know, we did Conceive the Sewage. I think we did a couple more shows after that, which were kind of lackluster, kind of weird vibes. I guess around that time, I mean, now in hindsight, it all seems like nothing, but around that time, we were kind of not getting along personally as a band. Mainly, I mean, not to point fingers, but you know, it was mainly like Mike not getting along with some of us, and it, you know, again in hindsight, like I couldn't even tell you why, because it's kind of like subtle shit. But
right.
Basically, we had a pretty big tour with Dying Fetus scheduled in 2013, and like a month or two before, Ruben had just had enough of the way things worked and said he was out, he couldn't do it. And then Eric basically said, like, I'm glad you quit because I was going to do the same thing. And then, so it was kind of just left down to me and Mike for a little bit, and we would get together and talk about, you know, what we were going to do in the future. And it kind of, you know, it wasn't a whole lot of direction, actual direction going on. And then in the summer of 2014, or I guess the spring thereabout, we got approached about doing Summer Slaughter that year, which didn't end up happening, but it was still fortuitous that they had asked us, because they emailed Mike about it, and then Mike emailed me and said, hey, I know this is a big opportunity. You know, I don't want to just decline it because I can't do it. I guess he had just gotten a new job or something, so he didn't want to take off time from work to do that. But you know, he said, hey, you can do this if you you know, if you find a lineup to go out and do it with. And my thinking has always been, you know, I think it's weird when you see a band and it's just like people you don't recognize, like just brand new people. I mean, even though I've been that person before.
Right.
You know, my thinking was that, you know, if I'm going to put together people to go out on the road with Devourment, it's got to be like people who are from Devourment. So I contacted everyone who I had known pretty much from the history. I hadn't met Kevin or Brain yet by that point, but contacted Brad and Ruben and Eric, who were pretty much the only people from the lineage that I knew how to get in touch with. And Brad and Ruben were interested. Originally, I was thinking, Ruben would just come back on guitar and I'd jam bass. But then, like a week or so after I talked to him, Ruben was like, "What do you think about me doing vocals?" I think he'd sold his guitar equipment or something. I was like, "Well, shit, that's the greatest idea I've ever heard." He's a phenomenal vocalist. I don't think we could have found anyone just fill that role who would have done it as well as him.
Right.
And I really chomped at the bit as well for that because I'm really a guitar player, and that gave me an opportunity to stop that bass shit and pick up a goddamn real instrument. Use more than one finger on my left hand, so me and Brad and Ruben started jamming in that configuration and run through the songs that we knew, the older shit. It just sounded awesome. It was like way sharper and faster and thing, but it was like not indignant like that. It was actually a very smooth transition into the lineup we have now. Everyone was cool with it. Mike's actually been a huge champion of our new stuff, and he's real cool about everything.
Awesome.
Super supportive. Yeah. The 2014 we got all that together. And then brought in Dave Spencer because he had a history with Brad and Bashia previously. He also has pretty hair, and
not a lot.
So and that filled out the lineup nicely. And then we just started writing songs and kicking ass. And it has taken a long time from 2014 to now to get the album out. But we're not full-time musicians. I mean, we all have lives that we have to support and families and stuff we got to take care of. So we'll get in the studio or the practice room and write stuff, and then we'll take weeks or months off because of whatever, and then forget what we wrote and have to go back in and read it. There's a lot of restarts and stuff like that, and a lot of perfectionism on my part too. Like coming back and being like, well, what if we did it like this? What if we did this like this? And, it took a while, but playing shows kind of stopped us from the writing process too. It's almost like we only have two modes. It's like practice for shows or practice for writing. So when we would play shows, it would kind of turn us off of progressing on the new material, and so that added to the time. But eventually we just kind of hunkered down and was like, hey, we want to put out material. Like we like what we're doing. We want to put this out. So we got more serious about it, and then really started focusing on getting the songs completed, and then the album got made, and here we are.
Yeah.
You guys talk about
taking all that time. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just saying, like all that time, and like you said, we did I think pretty much just focus all of last year creatively on writing, whereas we, like you said, we kind of were off and on the previous few years just because of our schedules and shows and everything else. And I think it was both a process of writing an album concurrently with us finding our footing with each other and our schedules and getting everything to work out perfectly. But I think we got to a place where we know how to work that to our advantage now, and things are going faster than they were, creatively and show wise, and kind of just scheduling everything and knowing what we're going to do and what we're working on, as well as finding our creative kind of singularity of me and Chris specifically writing together in a room. I think he's already got a couple new songs we're going to start working on pretty soon. But yeah, like if we hadn't taken all this time, I think if the album come out a year or two ago, it would sound completely different. It wouldn't sound like the way it does today. And I'm glad we did take all that time. And Chris is definitely a perfectionist, and I am too. And I think that was one of the one. It was the difficulty, make things take longer, but also ultimately garnered a better product that we're much happier with. So it was ultimately worth it, I think.
What I was going to tell...
We kind of delayed a while.
No. Go ahead. You're good.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say it was also good that we delayed a while because it led us to having Braxton produce it. We were kicking around some ideas of other producers, and they didn't make sense. I thought, another thing, like with reforming the lineup, like I wanted a producer that made sense, from like a why is this guy in this role standpoint. And
sure.
With Braxton, it definitely made sense because, he was a founding member of the band and had been in and out throughout the history. Hadn't really done a lot of work, at least that I'm familiar with, in a while. So, it was cool to see him kind of return to death metal as well. And we actually knew that Braxton was the right guy when Brad and I had kind of independently been talking about how Korn's Untouchables is one of the heaviest albums on the planet. Shout out to new metal. And Braxton actually kind of on his own just said the same thing to Brad. And then we're just like, well, shit, yeah, we're just all on the same page. Like, who's that guy? Practically. Yeah. Yeah. And he definitely brought a lot of stuff that I don't think another, like conventional death metal producer would have done. I mean, he was on board with not having a click track, so there's no, like metronome going on here. It's like all feel, and we kind of get a little bit of sloppy, because I think that sounds heavier, than
the human element back into death metal.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I can't tell you. The production's great. I love listening to it on headphones. It's crazy.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
We knew it was controversial, and we were taking a different, like a completely 180-degree tack from modern metal and modern death metal bands. How their production's going with sound replacements and the pro tooling and everything, and that's great. But that's just not what we ever heard for our band. So we wanted to, just go back to the old school style of like, all right, if this is how we play it, is how we play it, and that's how you're going to hear it. So it's not going to be corrected or fixed or changed or anything. The sound's coming from my drums, or the sound's coming from my drums. They're not coming from a computer brain somewhere. And if I'm, lagging on a blast beat, by a millisecond, you're going to hear that. So, and we just had to be okay with it, and we were totally happy with the outcome. And it's kind of foreign to a lot of modern metal listener ears, so not everyone loves it. That's totally great. That's totally fine. But we seem to be a pretty positive reaction in terms of that, production and how we approached it.
I tell you, I think the best way for me to describe it as a fan is what Matt Harvey told me when he did that Expulsion record with the Repulsion Cat. I can't think of his name right now. We had him on the podcast. I feel bad right now. I can't think of that dude's name, the guitar player. But he said you can't... What's that?
I don't know. I'm just getting Repulsion. Was it Matt Olivia or something?
It was, yes. And he said the best quote when I had him on, and I feel bad, I just can't remember, but it was a killer quote. He was like, you can't write old school unless you're old school. And you guys did something, I think, that's groundbreaking with that record, because the production's fucking crazy. Like I said, when I listen to it on headphones, it sounds totally different when I'm listening to it in the car, and I still rock CDs, so everybody makes fun of me that I know. But anyway, I listen to stuff, and it's crazy, because it just sounds... It's two totally different listening experiences, listening to it on headphones, listening to it on CD. And I love it. And I love that you guys are completely unapologetic about it. It just is what it is. And I think it's really cool. But
yeah.
Thank you. Well, definitely, yeah.
I mean, it's so thick and noisy that it is kind of challenging if you're not listening to it on the best quality device that you have. Like, headphones is definitely one of the only ways you can hear some of the guitar parts. And the licks that I'm playing, because if you play it on like a boombox or something, it's just a big thick wall of sound, which is kind of what we like too. I mean, to me, it's more about the sound than like being
thought of before was like, yeah, we always favored, like Chris was saying, heavier versus clean at the end of the day. But like it also kind of forces you to kind of discover the songs on your own, where we're not like holding your hand and like telling you, oh, here's the super fast part, or here's this part, or something. It's over multiple listens. Maybe you're kind of taking more things out of it. You go, all right. Now I've heard a couple comments to that effect, like somebody saying I didn't like it at first, but the more I listen to it, the more I understand what they're doing with the songs, and the more I'm able to hear those parts. So it's kind of maybe a different experience that way too, which I think is kind of cool.
I mean, to me, what it sounds like to me, like my co-host asked me what I thought of it, but and I'm like, I love it. I was like, they're from, Texas. It sounds like they literally recorded it covered in like literally submerged in oil. Like I love it. I mean, it's crazy sounding. And he saw you guys at Maryland Death Fest and loved it. And, so it's just a beautiful record, man. It really is. I fucking can't think enough of it. Like I have a lot of anger issues, so I like listening to it quite a bit, but it's great. It's, it really is. And it's funny when you had mentioned the Summer Slaughter tour. I would have loved to have seen you guys on that. I think that tour kind of went the wrong way, speaking of which, do you guys have tour plans for the U.S. or Europe or anything you'd like to talk about? Or
nothing yet. We're just trying to figure it out, really, at this point. We've got some offers that we're trying to figure out if they work with our schedules.
Yeah.
All we have at this point is
Go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say.
I was just going to ask the audience if anybody likes On Earth or Darkest Hour or not, but just throwing that out there.
Do we have like live feedback or? Question?
Yeah, it's rhetorical. I'm just.
Are you going to read comments when it's released or? Okay. Cool.
Nailed
it. Yeah, so all we got at this point is just 2 shows that are kind of local, like a Dallas and a Houston show in October with Despised Icon.
Awesome.
Yeah, and hopefully we're going to set something up. I mean, people are chomping at the bit trying to keep on stuff. We just got to make sure that we get it matches up with our limited amount of time, that we're doing the right things with that time.
Right. Yeah, so we're having to be very picky about what we are going to schedule, what we think is the right package.
Sure.
We should play with, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, we're looking at some stuff right now. Like you said, the only thing now is the 2 Despised Icon dates, which should be pretty awesome. But and I guess we definitely want to focus on priority 1 is a U.S. tour of some kind in either spring or summer of next year. So who that will be with, if it'll be us headlining or hopefully, getting on maybe with somebody else. We'll have to see, but we are currently working on something like that right now.
I'd love to see you guys anywhere in the South. I'm in Atlanta a lot. If you guys are ever down that way, I live in Florida, but my mom's up that way, so I do a lot of my interviews up there. But you guys are anywhere near there, I'm all about it. I've never got to see you guys, so.
Right on. Heck yeah.
I don't think we ever played in Atlanta.
I was thinking that.
It amazes me actually what kind of death metal fan base is there. It's like I went back in June because I had them on the podcast. I'd never got to actually hang out with them in person. I went and saw Gorgasm down there because they had never played Atlanta, and it was awesome. It's just fucking cool because I never thought I would get to hang out with those dudes, and they're super great guys. And Anthony was leaving the band. He was the one I was friends with, the bass player, and then but yeah, so it's a great place to play death metal, man. It's very popular there.
Is the Masquerade still there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's in a different area of town, and it's got all these different levels to it. You go down these stairs. It's totally different, but it's still cool. I'm just glad it still exists because, man, my mom was from Atlanta, so I saw so many shows there growing up as a kid in the old one, and so.
I was just going to say the first 2 death metal shows I ever saw were at the Masquerade in Atlanta. I graduated high school in Warner Robins, Georgia, unfortunately. So, like the first death metal show I ever saw was Death on the Individual Thought Patterns tour at Masquerade.
I was at that show.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude. We crossed paths. Okay, and then the second show was Morbid Angel, which was like a couple months later. For the, not Domination, for Covenant.
I was at that as well. Was Crowbar with him?
That was, yes.
Yep, I was at that.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had like the candles on stage, and they're wearing all black camo pants and shit.
Oh, yeah.
That was like, when I saw that was it. I was going to play death metal from then on. That was like definitely a turning point for for my journey into death metal. That was an amazing show, by the way.
Oh man, for me it was. I remember I was staying because my parents were separated, and before we moved to Florida, because I went back and forth between Georgia and Florida with my mom for her job, and I saw the first death metal show I ever saw was Deicide on the Legion tour, and that literally changed my life. Like I remember, and I don't mean this. I tell people this story a lot when I have them on the podcast, and I think some people get pissed about it. But I don't mean it disrespectfully. It's just the truth. I literally remember taking all my thrash stuff and just getting rid of it. I was like, I'm done. Like I found what I wanted, because I wanted some. I never felt like thrash was really getting the job done for me. So that tour changed my life. Like I was like, wow, that's crazy. But
yeah, that was the same for me, because I was a total thrash head, Testament and Megadeth, and I was like listening to Sacred Reich, and I went to that Morbid Angel show, and I was like, fuck all that stuff.
Yeah, it's life changing.
It is. It was absolutely like, and then I just had to have the next, go on to listen to every fucking death metal record.
Oh yeah, it's. But yeah, I would love to see you guys. If you guys ever head down that way, I've never been to Maryland. I used to go to. What was it before? When it was Milwaukee, I used to go to that. But I've never done the Maryland thing. I've just never done it.
It's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome.
It seems cool. It's just it's almost for me. I'm sure it's awesome playing it as a band, but for me as a listener, there's too much other genre stuff there for me, and I'm kind of a snob about what I listen to. So
yeah, if you're not open to listening to every,
I'm not, and I don't do the sludge and the stoner stuff. I don't do any of that shit. So that's not my thing. But some of it's like the majority of it's like, that's fucking awesome, and the rest of it's like, I don't want to see that. But
yeah.
My co-host gives me enough shit about that. That's okay. But yeah, man, I can't thank you guys for doing this. It's fucking awesome. Obscene Majesty is available now through Relapse Records. It's fucking awesome. I've got the vinyl. I've got the CD. Buy the vinyl, buy the CD. It's fucking awesome. Picked up the shorts from relapse.com. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, I love it. And the artwork, everything about the record, man. You guys have put out a fucking fantastic masterpiece of death metal. I fucking love it. I can't get enough of it.
Huge, man. Huge compliment. Really appreciate you.
Well, no, man. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all taking the time to do this with me today. It means a lot. And I know our listeners are going to love to hear it. So I really, really, really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
I got to ask you guys one last thing before I let you go. Where did the ski mask thing come from? Because it's awesome. Because I'm a huge fan of the movie Maniac, and when I first saw that, I was like, "That's fucking awesome."
Yeah, I wish I could say it was tied to Maniac. Actually, just started wearing that horse mask because it kind of fit, and then that mask, and then I just started wearing like whatever I had around the house. So
I love it.
You just became a mask junkie.
Yeah, I'm a mask junkie. So yeah, there's been a ski mask. There's been a hockey goalie mask. A
John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena mask.
That's awesome.
That's yeah, it is. It's a fantastic mask. It's like 3 times bigger than the normal human head, but it kind of looks like a human being, but then it has like eyes. So it's really fucking creepy.
Unsettling.
Yeah.
That's great. Guys, thank you so much for doing this. Like when I get done with it, if you guys will put it on the page, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, man, sure.
Toss it on your Facebook page. But yeah, anything, man, I'm a huge fan. Thank you so much for doing this. It was my album of the month for August. I fucking love it. Just a precursor to this, if you care, it's my album of the year. I fucking think the thing is brilliant. I can't get enough of it. There's 2 records this year. Yours is still first. I love the new Possessed record. If you haven't checked it out, I think it's fucking fantastic.
I didn't know there was. I have to check it out.
So you get that, yeah.
It is really good.
Yeah,
it's really cool. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for doing this. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and weekend and whatnot. And thank you for taking the time to do this with us today. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot for having us.
No problem, man. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Take care.
Have a phantasmic day.
I will try to do that. I will do that. You guys take care.